Hello, my name is Newman and I'll be sharing with you what it takes in building a successful career. So now, what I tell people is that in building a career, it's more like you comparing it to building a business. So when you build a business, you develop a product or you develop a service, you push it to the market, and then eventually you develop that product with time and then fine-tune it based on what the market or your industry demands. So you can liken that to building a career. You go to school, you develop yourself, and then when the opportunity comes, depending on the industry that you've transitioned into, you develop yourself and then you sell yourself to your employer. Now what it takes is, at that instance, at that beginning, that initial phase, you are measured based on what you have to offer as an individual. You're measured based on what you have to offer on your strength, based on your strength and your weaknesses. So if you're the brilliant type and you've gone through school, you come out with first class, come out with second class upper, you're given a role that fits that particular career. That means you are seen as somebody who has high potential. So at that initial phase, when you just got into an industry, when you're building a career, you're measured based on what you have to offer. So as a young person, your 20s, your early 20s to late 20s, your strength, your physical strength, and how you tackle task is what is measured. But then you transitioned. Secondly, it's more like a three-phase progression. So the initial phase, like I said, is the phase where you sell yourself, right? And then you get engaged by an employer. So the second phase is you building your intellect. Now you've gotten a job, right? You're building yourself. Now in the second phase, you are judged or you're rated or you're measured based on what you know, your ability to handle people, your ability to lead. Now in this instance, you've developed yourself, you've gone beyond your first degree, you've gone beyond your bachelor's in arts or sciences or whatever it is that you've decided to do. Now you're building yourself further. You've got your master's, your ability essentially to lead people in your industry, in your organization, in your entity. Now the third phase you transition into is what you are as a person. So in this third phase, you are being paid not necessarily based on what you have to offer, but based on what you have become over the years. And so you find people who are heading organizations, people who are executive directors in organizations, people who are CEOs. They've so much transitioned themselves that they offer value not based on what they can do physically, but based on their personality as individuals. So once you're able to transition first from your young phase where you get a bachelor's degree, and you're able to transition, get more certifications, get more professional certifications and all of that, and then you transition to a place where people now recognize you for what you are.